keep us on track. So thank you very much for joining us. Today is Sunday, and it's November the 26th, 2023. As Bernard mentioned, my name is Jonathan Jones. I deem it to be a privilege and a pleasure to be the host and moderator of this program. I look forward to it each week because it's an opportunity to talk about things that, for me, is quite personal. Not that I particularly feel like I need extra help to slow down the aging process, though I am very selfishly taking advantage of all the research that Dr. Prasad has dug up. But I look forward to the opportunity to help any senior who does not like what's happening to them, to give them an opportunity to adjust that. I still remember the hopeless feeling I had when I asked the intensive care nurse what she was doing for my mother. And the woman said, we're praying for her immune system to kick in. And I really felt like, since the insurance company was paying them somewhere in the area of $10,000 a day for her to be there, that they were doing a little bit more than praying. I'm a firm believer in the power of prayer, but I had that covered. I just figured that they ought to be doing something. So they had nothing at the ready. And for me, it became a career change. I stopped what I was doing and ran in a totally different direction. I needed to know more about nutrition. I needed to know more about the immune system. I needed to know more about anti-aging. And my mother-in-law right now is getting all the attention, everything that my mother, my father, or my wife's father would have gotten had they been alive. She is getting the full attention of everything that we've come to learn. And at 93, the doctors have taken her off insulin, blood pressure medications. Now, before you say to yourself, okay, she's just genetically predisposed to live a better, healthier life. No, we used to have to track her medications on a spreadsheet. I put the spreadsheet together myself because it was too complicated. Whenever my sister-in-laws would go on vacation, they would tell me and Joanna what we needed to do and how we needed to do it to make sure that mom got all her medications. So we sit down with this big old tray full of meds and take it out the bottle. You know, those little pill trays. Everybody, if you're a senior now, you know what that's all about. And but I put it on a spreadsheet because now you could check off it and not forget exactly what was done and when it was done. That doesn't happen anymore. The only thing we have to keep track of now is, did she get 2 doses of microdaily EMF a day, or did she get 3? That's it. Did she get her omega for the morning, and did she get it for the evening? Did she get her brain boost? Did she get her collagen daily? That's it. It's all nutritional supplements. We're now just simply, we found the food that's missing from food. And my mother-in-law is very happy. It's a wonderful thing to see. And every time I see seniors that remind me of my own mother, I just get ecstatic when I see them being told by their doctors that they don't need their medication anymore. We would never tell you not to take your medication now. So I hope everybody understands that that's not part of what we're doing. We're not saying that you should ever stop taking your medication. But when asked the question, are there any side effects to this? Most of the time, all we can say to people is, well, the only side effect is your doctor may tell you that you don't need medications anymore. You may not need some of your medications. You may end up having to fire your doctor, and some people are actually happy to be able to fire their doctor. So that's kind of what happens. So that kind of is my little cliff note answer to the question, can you slow down aging? But I'm a nobody. I just do research. And I'm a person who was just not happy with what I saw happen to my mother. And I see a lot of seniors here that remind me of my mother. So I'm sure that you're all ears because you want to know what you can do to slow down the aging process. Well, I brought a story here that I want to share with you. And I'm going to play the recording, and then we're going to ask Virginia a couple of questions because she was the one that originally told this story. This young woman was, I think, 90 at the time that she told this story, 90 or 91. I can't remember. She called me early in the morning one day and told me how old she was. She was apologizing that she called me so early in the morning. I said, no, ma'am, you can call me anytime. You've earned that right to be able to call anybody at any time. You've lived long enough that you can do that. But she shared a very interesting story about what happened to her and how her life changed when she got some of the same formulas that I'm giving to my mother-in-law. So I'm going to play it right now, and you guys can listen in. I do want you to know one thing before we play her story. Carefully follow along here. This is the disclaimer that we have to share because nobody looks good in orange. And I mean prison orange. The FDA has not evaluated these statements. Testimonials are anecdotal. Results are atypical. What happens to one person may or may not happen to you. Engage Global makes no claims that Micro Daily or any of the Engage Global products will cure, treat, or heal any disease state. Only the United States government can declare a supplement or any substance to be a treatment or cure for disease. So please, folks, we're not saying that. As I mentioned before, we're talking about the food that's missing from food. It's just food. A dietary supplement is all we're talking about. But you ask yourself the question, if all this is food, ask yourself, why has it caused so many people's lives to change? Just ask yourself that question. I can't give you the answer. Our scientist, the formulator himself, may be able to give you the answer. In fact, I'm only saying that kind of in a, kind of a tacit way. But the truth of the matter is, Dr. Prasad can break it down. This man wrote a published paper about anti-aging. And it's deep. It's deep and it flies way over my head. I just brought a few slides to kind of, trim down and abbreviate some of what he said. But truth of the matter is, I'm just going to push the play button on Dr. Prasad, and he's going to tell us a little bit about his published work on anti-aging. And I will be able to hear that. But before we do that, I want you to hear Virginia. Virginia, how old are you before I play your story? Virginia, how old are you?
I'm 92.
She's 92. So she is 1 year behind my mother-in-law. She told this story that you're about to hear right now 1 year ago, about 1 year ago now, okay? And then you just hang right there, Virginia, because we're going to talk to you for a couple of minutes right after it's all said and done. And you can fill in some of the gaps, okay? Now, when I play the story, folks, I'm going to speed it up a little bit because we didn't want to rush Virginia at all. We gave her plenty of time that she could talk, but I'm going to just give it like, a little bit faster speed to just rush it through a little bit. Okay, so this is Virginia Guillbeaux telling her story. And Virginia Guillbeaux. I got to turn the volume up, sorry. Looking forward to hearing your story if you're going to share that.
Hello, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Please go ahead.
Yeah, well, I'm just so glad I'm able to give my story. I was sponsored by my sister, Evelyn Burns. She's 84. I'm 91. Mm-hmm. And the reason I decided to look at this business is because she sent me a videotape, and I wasn't going to bother with it, but something said, well, look at it, because it was talking about a doctor on there. And me and her are very we're very self-conscious about our health. We love to hear about health. And so I said, well, I'm going to look at it. Let me see what this doctor got to say. I looked at the tape, and I tell you, before I got through the tape, a lady came on there with her testimony. And she was talking about two of the issues that I had, health issues that I had. And I couldn't imagine, I couldn't hardly wait to get off that, finish looking at the tape. But anyway, I finished looking at the tape, and I was figuring around, trying to see if I could get another video. And I suffer with two of them. She had a few things wrong with her, but I have two specific things, health issues, and that's congestive heart failure, mm-hmm. and rheumatoid arthritis.
Okay.
And this is what got me. And she said she was taking this she was taking this product. It was in a green bottle, original green bottle, original EMF.
Uh-huh.
And she also said she was taking the brain boost.
Uh-huh.
And so soon as I signed up, I ordered those two products.
Uh-huh. And what are you noticing?
I wanted the same thing she took. And I ordered those products. So when my products came, I couldn't hardly wait for them to come. But when they came about 5 days later. I started taking them. And I started taking them just like she said she was taking them. She was doubling up on them. So I doubled up on them too. And I took those products. I tell you, before I started taking the product, I could not walk from my bedroom to the bathroom without being out of breath and winded. I would get to the bathroom and I would have to lean over on the sink to wash my face. And then my back, my lower part of my back would be hurting me. And I would put the toothpaste on the toothbrush and I'd have to sit down on the toilet to brush my teeth. And I would, before that, I couldn't even go in my kitchen and get me a glass of water. I would have to lean over on the sink because my back would be killing me and I would be out of breath, winded. To get my water, I have a stool sitting by the sink and I would have to sit on that sink to drink my water. Well, the third day after I took this product and did exactly what I thought that lady said to do, that she was doing, I got up off the bed. I woke up and got up off the bed and just walked into the bathroom, not thinking. Usually I would have to get up and sit on the edge of the bed and then sit a few minutes and catch my breath and then get up and go in the bathroom. But I wasn't even thinking. I got up and just walked on in the bathroom and stood up there and brushed my teeth, washed my face. And I didn't think about it till I got back into the bedroom. I said, well, what? To myself, I said, well, I didn't even have to lean or sit. But anyway, that same day, my daughter, she said to me, now this is the third day, only the third day I'm taking this micro daily and the brain boost. So I said, my daughter said to me, she said, Mama, she said, I want you to go with me to this convention. My daughter promotes 5-link CBD oil, and the company was having a convention in Atlantic City. I live in New York. Well, I said to her, I said, Linda, I don't think I can go. I said, you know how I get winded just walking. And she said, well, Mama, just please come. She said, she kept and says, please come. She said, just lean on the Lord, lean on God. And that's what I tell her sometimes when she, have a problem. I said, girl, lean on the Lord, lean on God. He'll take you through. So she gave me back the same message I give her. So she kept insisting. She said, Mama, ain't too many people got a 91-year-old mother that's living. And I want to show these people what a blessing I have. You living and you're 91 years old. And she kept insisting. So I went on to the convention with her. But she was thinking that to go to the convention, Amtrak, we had to take Amtrak. Well, Amtrak takes you straight through. But when we got to the Pennsylvania Railroad, the Amtrak wasn't going straight through because they was working on the tracks. And we had to walk. We had to change and take 3 trains. And I tell you, the first train, we had to walk the equivalent of, I would say, 2 to 3 blocks. And there I was with my walk. But I was walking behind her. And every once in a while, she would look back and she said, Mama, you doing good. And one time she said that I just threw my hand up. I said, to God be the glory. And we made it to the to that train. We had to go to another train. And that was about a long block. And all of it, that was about 4 long blocks I had walked. And I just couldn't get over it. And Linda couldn't get over it either, I'm sure. But anyway, we made it to the convention. And when I got to the convention, I was able to go to every meeting for the 2 days with her. And I was just surprised at myself. So we got back home. And on the 22nd of October, now I joined Engaged Global on the 26th of September. They had a birthday party for my niece, who is the daughter of a sister of ours. We come from a family of children of 12, and I'm the 9th child. But my sister's daughter had a birthday party, and so many people came from all over. We have a large family. They came from all over the country. All her sisters and brothers, except the 2 that's deceased, came. And I went to the party. When I was at the party, everybody started dancing. And for some reason, I threw that stick aside and I went to dancing with them. And my nieces and nephews and family members, me being the matron of the family, they could not get over it. And I couldn't get over it myself. I threw that stick aside. I didn't even take the walker with me. And I could not get over it myself. Well, I had a ball that night. To God be the glory. I just thank God for giving Dr. Prasad the knowledge to invent this product. I'm telling you, I'm in here now, almost about to shout, just talking about it. And then a few days ago, I haven't cooked a meal, not even breakfast. I haven't cooked a meal in, I would say, about before 2015. And 2019, they put a ICD in my body, which means it's a pacemaker and a defibrillator combined. Mm-hmm. And I still was having a problem. So I knew it was this product. The reason I wasn't having a problem breathing and was able to walk all those blocks, I said, it had got to be this product. And so I went in the kitchen, and my right hand is a little crooked up from the arthritis, rheumatoid arthritis. Well, I wasn't even able to cut up an apple or say peel an apple before I took this product. But do you know, I've cut up a whole cabbage.
Oh, wow.
With this cooked up hand.
Oh, wow.
And cooked some cornbread and rice and whatever else I wanted. And I hadn't cooked or tried to cut up nothing. I wasn't able to cut up nothing, not even the apple, before I took this product. And I just want people, I try to tell it now everywhere I see somebody, everybody come in the house, I'm talking about it. But I just want whoever is under the sound of my voice, if you just try this product. It may not do for you what it did for me, but I tell you, if it don't hurt you, it certainly won't harm you. So please try it. And I want to say one more thing. The Bible said, all those that Jesus touched was healed. But when she touched him, she was made whole. And I want to say, as long as I live, I intend to touch micro daily. And I believe if I touch this micro daily, as long as I live, because I told my girlfriend the other day, I was going to live to be 100. I said, because 99 and a half won't do. And I believe if I continue to touch micro daily, I'm going to be made whole. God bless everybody. Oh, and then another thing, I just want to say this too. I'm forgetting about some of the things that said. I had knots on my knees, and on each side of my outer kneecap. And that was from the arthritis. And not only that, when it would swell up, I would start hurting me when I walk. It was like bone on bone. And oh, it was so painful. But do you know, I looked down a couple of days ago, and do you know, I don't even see them knots on my leg. And my knees is looking like they looked when I was 25 years old or 20 years old. I just can't believe it. Try this product. And God will bless you like he blessed me through Dr. Prasad. God bless you all.
All right. So there we go. I just wanted to get all of that in because Virginia's comments were so powerful and so overwhelming. And Virginia's here with us today. I didn't tell her we were going to be playing her story today. So she's probably just as surprised as you are to be hearing it. So Virginia, do you still stand by your story?
Pardon me?
Do you still stand by your story?
Oh, still stand by my story. I am doing great. I went to Cancun and was up day and night. And I'm telling you, I wouldn't do without this product. I'm telling you, and I still stand by the rest of my life. I intend to be taking micro daily. And if I take micro daily for the rest of my life, I believe I'll be made whole.
Well, I tell you what, we're seeing evidence of that because we saw you. I personally seeing you right there in Cancun. You were getting around. This is a picture right there in Cancun.
Yeah.
And that's her daughter that took her on those trains not long after she got the product, which is amazing. And to her right is her sister, her baby sister, who introduced her to the business. They didn't want to become customers. They decided to become affiliates
Yeah.
in this business. And she got a chance to meet Dr. Prasad himself
Yes.
and so many of the other leaders and the owners in the company. So there's no question about it. There's something unusual here. So thank you very much, Virginia, for sharing your story. And the next time we're going to show that video of you dancing at that family gathering. All right, so we'll do that. All right, so that's a real powerful example of all kinds of things that happen to a person. So you know what? Just for the sake of time, I'm going to flash the screen up here so folks can just see the kind of accolades that Dr. Prasad has. And I'm not going to talk about it today because y'all can take a screenshot of this one, because I just want this man to now explain to us how it is that someone with the ravages of aging, the natural ravages of aging that Virginia Guillbeaux had, and that my mother-in-law had, how in the world, Dr. Prasad, could anyone slow that down? How could that change so dramatically, Dr. Prasad, when these people should be choosing the casket, writing their own obituary, planning their own funerals? How is it that she's taking a trip to Cancun, Mexico? How is it that she's living her life the way that she had lived her life 20 years prior? Tell us about this, Dr. Prasad. Oh, by the way, folks, I'm formally introducing Dr. Prasad to our discussion right now. Welcome, Dr. Prasad. Thank you for joining us, sir.
Thank you, Jonathan. I always enjoy being with you and your an engaged family, and I was very happy. I met her in Cancun, Virginia, but I didn't know the whole story in detail. We just said hello there, and she was doing well. But I'm so happy that the way she treated and the way she's feeling right now. And a very simple explanation, really. Excuse me. During
he says a very simple explanation. I love it when Dr. Prasad tells us that it's simple. Go ahead, Dr. Prasad.
Yeah, it is. Because suppose, when you grow, as you grow older, you can say why we grow older. Well, because of the deficiency in diet, micronutrient deficient diet, environmental factors, genetic factor is rare, but also, so aging. So the question is that why it happens? Well, because if you have this poor diet and poor environment and poor lifestyle, you don't do any exercise, then your body start increasing the oxidative stress. In other words, it started producing a lot of free radical. Your own body defense system, which is antioxidant and endocannabinoid system, can't handle it. So then it gets over, and we call them oxidative stress. It means excessive production of free radical, that's what it is. When that happens, they induces chronic inflammation. So these two are very important factors. Then you say, so what happens in aging? Well, in aging happens like you lose collagen. That's one thing. That apparent that you may measure it. At least visibly, aging is one of the main things that you see is the loss of collagen. Then you can ask question, why we lose collagen when you get aging? As I mentioned, if you have increased oxidative stress in your body for many reasons, and people have measured that, and you grow older, level of increased oxidative increases. When that happens, that the collagenase enzyme, which degrades collagen, because of increased oxidation, they start increasing. And when this enzyme increases collagenase, your collagen goes down gradually. So you can see that is very related to. What else oxidative stress does? Well, omega-3 fatty acid is absolutely essential for your health, for continued brain function especially, and also the heart. And so then what oxidative stress does, if you have a omega-3 fatty acid, they get oxidized, means they get damaged by free radicals. And then what happens? Then they can't function it. If you have oxidized form of omega-3, they can't function. What else happens? Then you say that, okay, then if I can reduce the oxidative stress, then I can at least improve the collagen peptides. And that's our product does it, because commercial market product that we have in collagen. And so at least the collagen peptide will increase your collagen level. And first I want to emphasize, collagen is so important for your body because it represents 30% of total body protein. It is present in every organ in your body, heart, brain, gland, every organ. And what is the main function of the collagen as a whole for entire body? Because it represents 30% of protein, what it does in every organ. They maintain their structural integrity. So if they lose it, then the organ does not collapse, but they start gradually shrinking. When that happens, their function start deteriorating. This is what happened in aging. You started losing collagen. You said, oh, it's just the skin. No. It's all organ you are losing collagen.
Oh, wow.
It is not just in the skin.
So could that have been, she said she suffered from congestive heart failure. So could that also?
Yeah, because it totally impair. Even in the Alzheimer's disease, they have actually a PET scan showing shrinkage of certain part of the brain, which controls your memory and ability to think and so on. And so it is very important. And then there was a clinical study. When they supplemented with collagen peptides, then their function improved, a structural integrity of the brain improved, cognitive function improved, memory improved. So it has a dramatic effect. People don't realize it, that they say collagen just for looking younger. No, it is present in every place. And it plays a very important role in the aging process. Not just that before your eye. So then he said, okay, well, if you are growing older and start a little younger age, even as late as Virginia is, still their body must have very high oxidative stress and inflammation. So by what we're doing it, we simply reduce oxidative stress and inflammation. And so they feel better, the pain feel better, and so on. Because pain is because of inflammation. Then another very important factor that is not directly related to oxidative stress is intestinal dysbiosis. During aging, with or without any disease, the intestinal dysbiosis occurs. And why it occurs? Then what happens? Because generally we have a beneficial bacteria and they produce a lot of useful substance, beneficial substances like vitamin K and B vitamin, neurotransmitter. So they're very good. But when intestinal dysbiosis occurs, the population shifted in favor of a toxic bacteria. Toxic bacteria produces a lot of toxic chemical, including pro-inflammatory cytokines, which will gradually damage all your organ.
Wow.
So if you just take collagen peptide, it will have some good.
Right.
But if you just take a micro daily EMF, it will do some good. But if you don't take care of the intestinal dysbiosis, you won't have an optimal effect. And therefore, therefore the core 4 that we have, that explains that.
Right.
It takes care of the every steps. Because what happens these days when they do a clinical study, they will say just probiotics alone. See what happens. But probiotics alone, but what about oxidative stress? Probiotic does not do anything to reduce oxidative stress and inflammation. You have to antioxidant component there. And so you have to have micro daily EMF. Then you said, okay, this way, but then this is very important. But it is also important because reduce oxidative stress. Then also you are decreasing the collagenous activity. And so your collagen is being formed and retained for a longer time. And if you are taking daily, that as long as you take it, will be there. And your organ will not shrink. And so it is very important. So it is really, if you want to be a healthy lifestyle during aging without any disease, and all the disease occur as you grow older is because of increased oxidative stress and inflammation.
That's mind numbing, Dr. Prasad. And I think that if folks took this more seriously, the ravages of aging would be ameliorated.
Yes.
They'll be
Yes.
mitigated to a much greater degree, because so many people, folks that I come in contact with, family members sometimes are the most challenging. They think of nutritional supplements kind of as a drug. You know, I have a health problem, I take a drug, my health problem is gone, I stop taking the drug. They don't understand that these components need to be added to our diet to slow down the process, because oxidative stress doesn't give up. It doesn't go away.
No, because none of the drug they use it have anything to do with oxidation. They use particular symptoms, but not the causes of that symptoms.
Right. Right. So this combination here of these two items, the micro daily EMF and the probiotic boost. Someone asked me the question, by the way, about the probiotic boost. They actually gave me the name of another probiotic. I can't remember the name of it right now, but I'm going to look it up and I'm going to send it to you. But why is your probiotic so unique, and what makes it superior to the ones that they have to be refrigerated and to keep them alive?
Yeah, because of the bifido strain that we have several of them, and also lactobacillus strain, which are very useful bacteria. But problem is that if you just take them orally in a capsule form, then acid pH of the stomach is very acidic. 60 to 70% will get destroyed. Then when they enter in a small intestine, then they face another acid environment, is bile acid. Then more damage occurs. By the time they go to colon, where they form colony and perform useful function,
almost nothing left.
Very few of them left. So in order to protect them in a way, and in order to make sure that job of the probiotics is done, namely reverse the effect of dysbiosis, we added a strain of bacteria, to a strain of probiotics, which are acid resistant to acid, doesn't get destroyed by acid, doesn't get destroyed, get acid. And those strains called, one of them is Bacillus coagulant. And Bacillus coagulant is the only FDA-approved probiotics that has to be given to an infant formula. Because as you know, infant, when they are born, their stomach is totally sterile.
Right.
And therefore, the hazard of some toxic bacteria get into your tummy and form a colony. But if you have a Bacillus coagulant, they prevent the formation of any bad bacteria in the gut.
Oh, wow.
And that's right. And so we added that one. Then another one was that the doctor recommended is a Saccharomyces boulardii. It is derived from yeast. And normally these two bacteria, Bacillus coagulant and boulardii, they both are very, cannot be destroyed by acid pH. And they don't stay in your stomach like bifido and lactobacillus stays forever. But they are 5 to 7 days, they all get rid of. So that's why it is important to take daily, so that you maintain that one and no toxic, harmful bacteria can get in, or if you have shifted the balance, and so it will remain in a favor of always useful bacteria.
Wow.
And now the Bacillus, lactobacillus and bifido strain of bacteria can do their job, produce.
That is interesting. And sometimes when you're talking about the scientific part of this, sometimes folks, kind of tune out and don't quite hear it. But I hope everybody paid a little bit of attention to what Dr. Prasad just said there. He specifically mentioned one strain of bacteria that's present in newborn babies that blocks or prevents bad bacteria from accumulating in the gut.
Yeah, because when they get a bottle feeding the boy, they are added there. So the baby is not born with any bacteria. He's a sterile. But when that's born, either mother takes a mother milk, which is sterile, and then gets some bacteria, useful bacteria. And then also that infant formula in a bottle, that is there. They added a bacillus coagulant. So that
Bacillus coagulant. All right.
Yeah.
Hear that, everybody. Bacillus coagulant. That's
Yeah.
the one that kills the bad bacteria, keeps
Yes.
the population of bad bacteria down. Dr. Prasad added that to the probiotic boost.
That's right.
So if you take it every day, you're basically helping your body to kill off bad bacteria
Yeah.
and promoting the health of good bacteria at the same time.
Exactly.
So you're going away from dysbiosis to having a nice, healthy gut microbiome.
Yeah, reverses
So
it.
that, in a nutshell, folks, if you don't do it for any other reason, that's the main reason why you should be adding the probiotic boost to your diet. That's powerful, Dr. Prasad, and quite brilliant.
Yeah, it
quite,
is.
Quite brilliant.
That's why people are getting benefit, including me.
Oh yeah. That probiotic boost is the bomb. My wife takes it, and we had a hard time finding one that would help her. But yours, she's her body loves it. My mother-in-law loves it. Her body loves it and demands it. So extremely good. Everybody's on collagen right now. You told us all about the collagen because this is not just outside the body, but this is all about the organs. Inside the body as well.
Yeah, it is not just you're looking younger.
That's huge. And what about the brain boost? Tell us about the brain boost with anti-aging.
Yeah, brain boost, it says would reduce the, not only EMF will reduce the oxidative stress and inflammation, but it also reduces the beta amyloid production, which is very important. And less you have beta amyloid, the toxic fragment of protein which causes Alzheimer's disease. So if you reduce the production of that thing, you can prevent the development of Alzheimer's disease. So oxidative stress also increases the level of the production of beta amyloid. So when you reduce oxidative stress, their production is also decreased simultaneously. And as you can see, that aggregated beta amyloid cause death of cholinergic neuron by generating free radicals. So even as late as, suppose you are late, you already produced a lot of beta amyloid. But for beta amyloid to be toxic, they have to produce free radicals. So even at that later stage, if you use a micro daily EMF, they will block the action of beta amyloid. So your neuron is protected from the effect of beta amyloid, toxic effect.
Wow. Now, see, Dr. Prasad, I don't know why I didn't catch this before, but I only associated the collagen peptides with blocking the damage from this beta amyloid. So the brain boost has components in it as well that protects these cholinergic neurons.
For example, brain boost is very important because, as I said, that brain is exposed to very high level of oxidative stress daily, and it has the least amount of antioxidant defense system. So we know, if you know that, then I say, we can provide from outside. So what kind? We have a micro daily some, but that I felt that may not be sufficient. We have to add something more, and that's why I developed Brain Boost. It has two new one. Is a resveratrol and curcumin, powerful, both much more powerful antioxidant and anti-inflammation than any other antioxidant, dietary or body-made antioxidant, except glutathione. And so this is very important. And then I said, well, they have to generate energy because one of the major reasons why you develop Alzheimer's, your brain cannot produce sufficient amount of energy. Why? Because they have become resistant to insulin. But brain has also, just like peripheral tissue, in other part of the body, that they have a system, so glucose cannot be used it because they develop insulin resistance. Why?
Right.
Because oxidative stress damages the insulin receptor. And if the receptor is damaged, insulin can't act. And if insulin cannot act, glucose cannot be used in the cell to generate energy. So what happens then? Then, for example, the agent like omega-3. They don't care. Omega-3 that we have, they directly activate what is called AKT, which is a receptor, insulin receptor linked omega-3, which is directly activate AKT, which is a molecule directly linked with the insulin receptor. And once that gets activated, this is the way insulin works. But now the receptor is damaged, so it cannot work. So what it does, that okay, I will take over your job. And then they activate AKT, and once AKT gets activated, glucose transporter 4, or we call it GLUT4, who was sitting idle in the cytoplasm of the cell, he said, I have to go to the cell surface. And when the cell surface, they go there, then tell glucose you can come in. And then they generate energy.
This is huge, folks. If you're hearing this for the first time, I mean, the top of your head right now must have popped off and set right back down, because this man just said that this omega-3 basically behaves in the body just like insulin would, and allowing glucose to enter the cell. So if you are insulin resistant, specifically for the brain, but if you're insulin resistant, this is the component that allows the glucose to go into the cell, so you get more brain energy.
The brain, also the periphery. I mean, even in periphery, but in periphery there are other things. Yeah, even the peripheral tissue, omega-3 does the same function.
This is the big deal, folks. So,
and that's why you feel more energy if you take omega-3,
right?
And and further protect your brain and heart.
So all the organs in the body. So, I mean, I don't know, folks. I hope everybody got it. Dr. Prasad has basically given us an earful of all the different components that basically literally slows down the aging process.
Yes.
So these are all supplements that make the organs last longer and have more energy, so your body can function.
Exactly.
So you're not surprised when you hear about my mother-in-law. Her name is Elvira. You're not surprised when you hear about Virginia Guillbeaux. You're not surprised about this.
No, I'm not surprised. But, when you develop these things, you predict this will happen. But when this actually happened, sometimes you develop a product, you say, yeah, it will do this. But until it proves it, it doesn't mean anything. And Virginia proved what I thought it should be. This is the way it should be.
Well,
so
her story is amazing, and you should be happy. You should be ecstatic.
Yeah, I'm very happy.
I'm glad you did it. I'm glad that it proved to be successful, because, like I said, from my point of view, this is like telling the pharmaceutical industry, it's all right. We got you. We got you here, and we love what you're doing.
But I mean that's okay. I mean, I don't interfere. They keep doing it. It also enhances the effect of the doctor. If decide that no, you don't need it, then don't need it.
That's right.
But always in consultation with the doctor. And
always talk to your doctor.
I'm except Virginia, I'm very close to Virginia age. I'm 89 in 1 month.
Yeah.
So not far behind.
Yeah.
But I'm still very functional. I have local back pain, is not part of them because of aging. And second part is I was fanatic sports person. Played a lot of tennis, volleyball, 6% volleyball, beach ball. I mean, you name it, every day.
Yep.
Every day.
Wow. Yeah. We pay for it.
Mad.
Yeah, we pay for it down the road.
That you pay for it, so that is the only problem. Otherwise, functionally, mentally, I'm very good shape.
Yeah, so Dr. Prasad, I suggest you take 2 scoops of collagen daily every day. So you just write that down. Just increase your protocol. Take 2.
I mean, again, it is a protein. It can you can take 2. Yeah, very easy.
Right. That's right. Well, folks, listen. This is the most powerful formula that Dr. Prasad has come up with. And
hydro.
At first, I thought that this was just a bunch of noise. But until I put this in my body and put it in my wife's body, I can now tell you that this really is the best formula. So this is the one you want to go with. If your budget can allow for it, it's only about $5 more than the others. So you might want to go with the Core 4 that includes the Micro Daily EMF Hydro. And before we transition to your questions, we need to let you know that there is a Black Friday special that's in place all the way until the 30th of the month. So you might want to jump on this. Not only did the company Engage Global reduce the cost of the gummies from, I believe it was around $75 or $80 per bottle, down to $49.95 each bottle. You buy 2 of them and you get a third one free. So $49.99 per bottle. You buy 2, you get a third one free. So I would highly recommend you jump on this. And if you're thinking about it from a sake of seniors' point of view, I can tell you this was the catalyst to my mother-in-law loving microdaily EMF, because she loved the gummies. She absolutely loved them. And then once she found out that the EMF was the same thing, only more powerful, it was game over. There was no question about it from that point on. But if you're having trouble with any seniors, taking the supplement properly, I guarantee you get them on the gummies, and it's a game changer for them. They will absolutely love it. Go ahead, Dr. Prasad.
And also patent has been approved for gummy. Did you know? Yeah.
The gummies has received this patent.
They call it a notice of allowances. And that means that you submit put a $1,000 fee, then you get a number and everything detailed. But after that, it's an irreversible process.
Think about it, folks. We're talking about this young scientist here at 89 is producing patented products. It says patent pending on the label there. Now it's patented. So there's no other gummy that's as nutritious as this one anywhere on the planet. This one is unique. It's better than anything else out there.
And also, Jonathan, for your information, this is a personal health, not related to Engage product, is that we submitted, and with the David approval, submitted a cancer patent, high-dose antioxidant in cancer treatment. That was also approved. So my goal is to run a clinical study, find an investor, run a clinical study, and get a FDA approval.
Here it comes, folks. Here it comes. So here's what we'll do then, Dr. Prasad. How about we take and tease some of these folks, and let's talk a little bit about cancer next week. Okay. So if anybody wants to come back, you're talking about one of the experts on cancer, and we'll talk about that a little bit next week. So he's got another patent on his research on high antioxidants in his formula for the treatment of cancer. So next week, make sure you're back here for that. But when it comes to these bundles, folks, this is what you want to look at. So you just get back with the person who invited you to this discussion, and they'll help you get the right bundle for you. And then don't forget, add to your bundle, not just the core 4, add the digestive enzyme. We didn't even talk about the digestive enzyme, right. But you want to add that to this bundle as well, folks, okay?
It's very important, because as you grow older, your capacity to produce digestive enzyme reduced. That's why it is very, very important, not for younger people, but older people, that you have a digestive enzyme.
That's right. That's right. Absolutely. So that's what you got it, folks. You heard it straight from the horse's mouth here today. This is what we're going to be talking about. So now, Bernard has been blowing up my phone here and saying that there's some questions that's got to be addressed here. So help us with these questions, Bernard. Who's first?
Wanda C.
Wanda C. Where are you, Wanda C? Can you get Wanda C on the screen?
If she's available.
Okay, well, I'll go ahead.
This is one. Hello. This is Wanda's husband. Her phone, for some reason we can't get the mic to turn on. But I was listening to the call while using her phone. Both of us are listening to it together.
Yep. And your name, please.
First of all, thank you for allowing us on the call. And
your
Dr. Prasad, we are fully loaded, both of us. We have everything.
Oh, you're Mike.
And we're doing
you're Mike Casey. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So, question is, in all your research, Dr. Prasad, what are you starting to do anything about the mouth biome too? Because I don't know if the probiotics and the enzymes deal with the mouth biome, and if it does, great. If it doesn't, what are you looking into in regards to that?
So the oral microbiome?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I don't think people have analyzed it, oral biome, but I think, if the changes in the intestinal gut dysbiosis, you can be sure that it is possible that oral biome also has been altered because of increased oxidative as directly affecting. But I have not done research to identify which particular probiotics bacteria are influenced. But it is true that if you have some oral, say, sometimes oral infection or gum problem, that increases the risk of Alzheimer's disease.
Mhm.
This has been directly linked, and so I think but once you correct one place, I think it is going to be corrected other place as well.
The reason why I was asking is because if I wasn't not supposed to ask the question, I have permission to go on to the last point.
Go ahead, please.
Okay. The reason I was asking because recently I found out that there is a whole study in that area for the oral microbiome
Yep. Yep.
to damage is
And
mouthwash.
mouth, really take care of orally. I think dentist recommends, and they treat it very nicely. Dental, sometimes they give some little bit, just
No, I'm sorry, I was misunderstood.
Antibiotics, and so, but also that you could have for example, if somebody has a real oral issue, in too much inflammation in your mouth, say for example. Now you can have say for example, you can open the probiotic that we have, and just put it in some kind of water or something there, or yogurt, and just take it in orally and keep it there for a while. But doctors, you follow dentist advice because they have been cured very easily by dental procedure, whatever the dentist recommended. And so once infection is gone, then biome will return to the beneficial one.
I'm sorry, I was misunderstood. The reason why I asked is because the research was seeming to say that the mouthwashes that we use, because it kills, like it says, 99% of the bacteria, it's actually killing the bacteria in our microbiome. So it's being destroyed, the good bacteria. That's what I was referring to.
That's why I suggested, that's the reason I suggested that, anytime for example, if you take antibiotics, then it will kill both good and bad bacteria. But sometimes if you have acute infection, you have to take it, because otherwise infection is not going to go away. And that one, but if you take continuously during for example, antibiotics treatment, that you have a severe infection, and you continue to take a microdaily EMF, then they will continue to have a beneficial bacteria. Everybody will kill, but you have a probiotics. For example, Bacillus coagulant, you have these and Saccharomyces boulardii, and then it will help to repopulate it. But
And
if you don't do anything,
just
you
to
are
add
correct.
to
If you don't do anything, that could be harmful, and it might take a longer time to recover. Because if you take a mouthwash which has antibiotics, sure enough, bacteria will be gone, inflammation will be gone, then it might not come back again. It might take a longer time to repopulate with good bacteria.
That is absolutely true. And I just want to add to that, Dr. Prasad, if I may, that no question about it. There are times when a person is one doctor that suggested using something like maybe, what's the stuff called that kills bacteria?
Antibiotics.
Peroxide. Using hydrogen peroxide in the mouth, but it kills everything. What Dr. Prasad just said is critically important, folks. You can just open the capsules up. You can even just swish with the probiotics. The probiotic daily, and that will add helpful, beneficial bacteria right into your oral cavity, right into your mouth. Or you can put it right onto your toothbrush. So you put your toothpaste on, and then you can sprinkle the probiotic right onto it and brush it right in. So that's a good way to do it. So just to keep that in mind.
It will replace it, so because killing the bacteria is very important.
Yes.
But
you want the good stuff back in there.
Mm-hmm. But you might reverse it by doing the way you are suggesting it, Jonathan. That
it'll speed it up.
Just like they do in intestinal dysbiosis.
Yeah.
So in mouth dysbiosis, if it occurs, it can also reverse it.
That's right. Yep. I've seen it happen. Do we have another one, Bernard?
Yes, this person here, Dwight, said he was hospitalized for having a pulmonary embolism and having been diagnosed with protein S deficiency. So he says he's now taking a blood thinner and he's named it apixaban. What can I use to, well, nothing heals it. So what could he use to help him with this condition?
Protein F? Did you say
Protein S as in Sam.
Huh?
S as in Sam. Protein
Sam.
S. S as in Sam.
Okay, protein S. I'm not familiar with this. I have to look and find
Yeah, he
out.
says he has a protein S deficiency. So there was a pulmonary embolism, and now he's got this protein S deficiency. That's interesting.
Yeah, so I think I have to, maybe next Sunday I can answer that question. Right now I can't because I don't know.
I'll send you the we'll send you the exact question, and then we can add that to the comments for next week then. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And we have another question. Can we take collagen? Can I take collagen since I have thyroid nodules?
The thyroid nodule is precursor. I think I would say that take a therapeutic dose of micro daily EMF, and for the time being, till the nodule go away, stop taking and it will go away, either it go away or doesn't go away within a month. And then after that, you can resume collagen.
Okay, very good.
That's wonderful.
All right, well, because of time, I say one more, Jonathan. How effectively does micro daily 5G absorb once it's consumed? And I think they're talking about the hydro, but maybe you can give them the hydro and the capsule so they'll know which one, what's the absorption rate for both of them.
Yeah, I think, the once you get in the intestine and capsule is dissolved, absorption is same, but it is slow process. But beauty of hydro is that it is quickly absorbed and rapidly distributed throughout your organ. With capsule, it has to be dissolved. Capsule has to be dissolved. Then rate of dissolve is different, could take longer time, and then release in the intestine. And then it takes a little time, but in the end, beneficial effect is same.
Yeah, okay, Dr. Prasad, just one more thing for me. I use moisturizing body cream with coconut ginger and vitamin E, and I put that collagen in it, put it over my face and my neck, and it seemed like the wrinkles are disappearing. So why is that? It's going into the skin, or what's happening here that I'm beginning to look so young, and according to my wife, so
yeah, I think because you reduce oxidative stress and inflammation in your body, and that's why you look younger.
Yeah, everyone's complimenting me. That's it, Jonathan.
I want your formula, Bernard. Send me that formula.
I'm telling you, that stuff, man. Put that coconut oil, that ginger. I got Tobias on here, so I have to be very careful. He's an analyzer.
I saw Dr. PK trying to ask a question earlier. Is she still here?
I don't know.
All right. I saw she looked good on that picture there with Virginia. And so that was just a beautiful thing. Dr. Prasad, thank you so much, sir, for joining us, and thank you for sharing.
Thank you, Dr. Prasad.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for
Thank you,
that.
Dr. Prasad.
Anybody
Thank you,
want
Dr.
to
Prasad. Very informative.
Thank you so much.